Guys, today is for the parents. We're going to be addressing parenting issues. Of course, I'm not the best person to give parenting advice because I don't have a kid, right? But listen to me. As a parent, you have to be kind to your kids. Yes, you heard me right. You have to treat them with kindness. Kindness is a way of getting to your kids. You can get to your kids more through kindness than through beating, cursing, and keeping malice. I just got to find out that some parents keep malice to their children. Like, how petty can you be as a parent? Like, you're supposed to be the adult in this relationship. Yes, I understand that we don't always want to be the bigger person, but come on, you are keeping malice with your child. Oh my. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and leave your comments down below and tell us more topics that you want us to address. So what triggered this topic? This is not a topic I would talk about normally, but what triggered this topic was I was seeing a movie with my friend last night, and in the movie the son wanted to go into music, right? The father is a church man, you know, all these people that are deeply rooted in church. He works in church and everything around him or about him revolves around the church. So his son wants to be a musician, and obviously he's not singing gospel music, he wants to play cellular music. So the man refused, and when the son would sneak out, like go to clubs and places to play, he would ignore him for a while. And I was telling my friend, this man is pushing this son away, he's pushing this child away, and it will get super uncontrollable to a point where he will not be able to control his son anymore. So I'll tell you something for free. As parents, it hurts to, like, you know, see your child live the life you do not want them to live, but your child is not a mini you, okay? They are not here to fulfill the purpose you didn't fulfill as a younger child, because that's number one problem with some parents. They want their child, okay, I wanted to be a doctor, I didn't become a doctor, then my child was become a doctor. Meanwhile, your child wants to become an actress or a musician. And who says they can't do both? All they need is guidance from you. So when you're trying to like keep malice with them, you will not achieve what you want. The best way to do that is to bring them close. Understand, why does this child want to go into acting? Sometimes it's not even what they really want to do, but because probably you know, the celebrity buzz, youthful exuberance, oh, everyone is going to acting, everybody is going into music, probably TikTok, social media, you know. So you have to really understand, why does my child want to do this? Is this really what they want to do? Okay, if this is what they want to do, then I would support them. Like the movie I said I was seeing yesterday, if it was my child that wanted to do music, what I would do is I would guide them. I do not have much experience in music, of course, but as an older person, I can research music, I can speak to people in the industry and find a way around it. I will guide them to make sure they do not sign a contract with just anybody. If it means going to the club with them, I will go to the club with them and make sure that even if they are drinking, they do not drink past a certain extent, because it's lying to yourself to say that your child will be in a club and they will not drink or smoke, right? You as a parent or a guardian has to be there with them to guide them to, you know, do these things, but do it in moderation, so they get to know who they are outside of all of that. People or bad friends and, you know, all of that will not put them into what they don't want to do. That's your job as a parent. Your job as a parent is guidance, not directing. You do not direct your children to say, do this, do that. That's not how it's done, because those children, they will grow up to resent you. Yes, I had this conversation with someone who wanted to be a musician. He was an old-time friend, you know, somewhere, and he said his father is lucky that he's dead, because if his father was still alive, he would have killed his father himself. And I was like, where is all that coming from? He said he wanted to be a musician.
Musician, me say.
Okay. Musician. Kí ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀?
Musician.
His father forced him to go into white-collar job, and now he's being laid off, and he feels that if he went into music, he would have done great. Now, from what this guy is singing, I'll tell you the truth. His music cannot blow, but how do we know what will blow and what will not blow? If one corner can blow, if all those moo songs can blow, how sure are you that your child will not blow? So that's another thing. Many people do not believe in their child, and it comes from not believing in themselves. So because you have that self-doubt in yourself, or probably someone in the family has done music before, or, you know, done something like that before, something that has to do with creativity and they didn't scale, obviously you feel your child will end up that way, so you're trying to shield your child. But why not let them go there, make their mistakes, and you also guide them, and they can also, like, when they have done that for a while, they can understand that, okay, maybe this music thing is not for me, or I can even get a side hustle to like sponsor my music career, you know, something like that. But sometimes just let people be. Some people always only learn from experience, and from experience is a 50-50. They can blow, they might not blow, right? So instead of them to have that resentment in their mind towards you, that, oh, you were the one that did not allow me do music, you were the one that did not allow me go into acting, you didn't allow me become a writer, da, 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 da. Why don't you like let them do that, guide them, and let's see where it leads? Because to tell you the truth, no one knows tomorrow. No one knows who will blow and who will not blow. No one knows who will be successful and who will not be successful. But your child, when you guide them to like do that thing they want to do, with time they'll get to know, oh, my parents means well for me, right? Even if you mean well for your children, there are different ways of communicating it that is not through keeping malice or being harsh or hitting them or driving them out of the house. Because guess what? When you drive them out of the house, you push them into the streets, and guess where they're going to? They're going into the arms of the bad or good people in the streets. It's a 50-50. They can meet the good people, they can meet the bad people. When they meet bad people, you know what will happen. You exactly know what is happening. So when a child is interested in, you know, certain things, I'm using music and acting as an instance because some parents, mostly African parents, are kind of skeptical about their children going into industries like this. And of course I understand their fears because of the stereotype that every every actress is a prostitute, or every musician is into drugs and stuff like that. Nobody wants their children to end up that way. Sure, I understand your fear, but if you keep shielding your child, guess what? They will start doing it in secret. Yes, they will start doing it behind your back, and the people that are going to be doing it with might not be nice people, and they would introduce them to the wrong things. But let's say, for instance, your child wants to go into music, or your child wants to go into acting, and you as a guardian, you follow them to the set, or you follow them to where they are playing, probably where they are performing, and you see how things are going. You say, oh, you're not supposed to drink alcohol yet. Maybe you can have like a non-alcoholic cocktail. You're not supposed to smoke. Please, you know, you guide your child, you be kind, you understand them, because obviously you are the adult and you understand how these things are done. A child does not understand. When people are just saying drink up, your child will pick up and drink. But if you are there, you know, you can always step in and guide your child. I'm not saying step in like, you know, trying to humiliate your child in public, but you know, you guys have this mutual understanding that, okay, I am here as your guardian and I know what is best for you. Like many people that signed bad music contracts, if they had like a guardian who was invested in their career and, you know, wanted to be there for them to vet that contract and all of that, I don't think they would have been in such a situation. And you, the parents that is trying to act all perfect, let's not go there, but you know, you were not there during your heydays, like when you were younger, and we didn't know what you did. But obviously, if we go and ask the people that were there, then they will tell us your gist. So stop acting holier than thou. Have these conversations with your children, because the more you are shying away from having these conversations, guess what? Other people are having these conversations with them, and you do not have any control over what they are going to tell them. So when you tell your children that, oh, sex is bad, instead of giving them actual sex education and telling them to get ready and, you know, use protection and all of that and know what they're doing, stuff like that, you tell them that sex is bad, if man touch you, you get pregnant. And guess what? Someone else will come and say, oh, there is nothing bad about sex, that makes you a cool girl, stuff like that, and they will follow that person's explanation. But if you give your child a grounded, you know, deep sex education, it will be very hard for them to be swayed by just anybody, because they always know that they can always come back to you and have that conversation that, oh, this person said, oh, sex is and you can always correct that notion. But whenever you shy away from sex education, or when they bring up talks about their career in music, whenever you shy away, you know, stuff like that, when they get into bad arrangements, they can't even run back to you to say, oh man, please, I fucked up, this is what I did, this is what I did, you know, because there was no foundation. So build that relationship with your children. Do not keep malice with your children, please. That's unnecessary. Do not keep malice with your children. Bring them close. When you bring them close, that's when you get to know a lot of things about them. If you try to keep malice and be harsh and all of that, from James Bond, you'll be on the losing end, because guess what? They will hide things from you and there is no way you can ever find out. Probably, maybe when they are in jail or being persecuted for a crime, or when they are even dead because they became victims of the society due to your own lack of parenting skills. So I would say, be kind to your children, bring them close, have conversations. I know many people have a hard time having difficult conversations, but I recommend it. Have difficult conversations. It's not easy to have those conversations, but I do recommend it 100%. Have those conversations and get to know your child deeper at the surface. I'll share this last story. So my sister's baby, my nephew, is 11 months old, and he goes to this crèche. So my sister was like, oh, there is this play truck, it's so high, like whenever she goes there, these children are climbing it. She's just so happy that her child never climbs that truck. I told her, madam, your child is the
President General among the nation. President General among the nation. We salute you. President General among the nation. We salute you. President General among the nation.
President General among the nation of the people climbing that thing. Trust me, the fact that you never caught him climbing it does not mean he's not part of the people. She was denying. She said, no, he can never climb it. It's so small. He's just barely crawling. He can never climb it. I said, do you know what influence does to a person when everyone around you is climbing? You will find a way to climb. So she was like, no. I thought that your son is the President General among the nation of the people climbing that thing. And she was doubting. So a week later, I think she closed early from work, so she went to pick him up. And immediately she got into the crèche. Guess who she saw? Her so innocent 11 months old son on top of the truck, bringing other people in. And I was like, so when she came, she was screaming. She was like, what she saw today was unbelievable. She saw him live and direct. He climbed on top and he was bringing other people in. And he was so happy. I told you, do not be in denial of what your child can or cannot do. Because trust me, they are doing it. It's the fact that you have not caught them. So when some parents, when they be like, oh, some children these days are doing drugs, or then you say, God forbid, my children can never do that. Guess what? The children are even doing worse. And they are laughing at you when you are doing all those hypocrisy, because they know that they are doing worse than that. So instead of being in denial as a parent and trying to act like, oh, that can never be my child. My child can never do that. Try to find out. Especially when your child is in the circle, or even if they're not, but if they're in that circle, it's 90% likely that they're involved. But if they're not, just try to have conversations, around it and find out for yourself. Don't be shocked like my sister that was saying her child can never be involved in stuff like that. Please, don't lie to yourself. Be honest with yourself, okay? Your child can do it. You can have a conversation about it. As far as they have not killed somebody, even if they kill somebody, you can still, nothing is irredeemable. But when you keep being in denial, it keeps going on for long to a point that it becomes irredeemable. So start having difficult conversations today and start being kind to your children. They don't know better. You know better because you've passed that phase in life, and now you understand more why people should be involved, why people should not be involved in drugs, why people should not chase certain careers. And times have changed. Things that were true during your own time, might not be true these days. And there is no one size fits all in parenting, okay? You must not always be harsh. Trust me. Yes, the harsh part, it works for sometimes, for some kind of problems. You re-strategize as a parent. You do not keep, beating your children back to back, or you keep malice with them, or you send them out of the house. At the point, they will get used to it. Trust me. I went to a boarding school and they used to flog us back to back. And at a point, I got used to it. There was a day I received 100 strokes of cane. It was nothing to me because I've been receiving cane back to back, so it was nothing to me. So I'll tell you, when you keep using a strategy on your child, let's say you're always trying to beat them and all of that, at a point they will get used to beating and they won't mind. Highest, she'll beat me up. daddy will beat me or mommy will beat me, and that's it. But when today you have a conversation, tomorrow you act like maybe it didn't happen, and the next day you call them to have a conversation, the next time maybe you beat them, next time you bring them close. I'm not against beating a child. I didn't say like beating a child is not a good strategy, but do not deploy that strategy every time. Sometimes it gets outdated and it becomes rubbish when you it works no more. And the idea behind every strategy is for you to get results. So if you're using a strategy and you're not getting results, then I don't know why you should keep using it. So thank you for watching my video today, guys. Tell me what you learned in the comment section, and I'll be back same time, same channel with more gist and more advice. Follow me for more bad advice. Yes, bad or good, whatever you call it. Follow me for advice, and also just tell us topics that you would like us to talk more on, and we'll take it up from there. Bye. Please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Oh, I will want you.